3, 2, 1, go! We are Greg and Mike, and this is our theme song. We are Greg and Mike, and this is our theme song. We are Greg and Mike, and this is our theme song. We are Greg and Mike, and welcome to our show. All right.
Hello.
It's a little bit different. We're not doing the cheesy intro from the past. That wasn't cheesy. The past one. That was a cool 627 song. Everybody.
No, it was actually legit.
Yeah, but I thought, we're going to change it up. This is a whole new format for the show.
This is like our fourth format.
Yeah, and it's like our third or fourth iteration of whatever we were trying to do back in the day when we certainly weren't the worst, best podcast known to man.
Never happened.
Which we still kind of are the worst, best podcast on YouTube now. And welcome to the IRL podcast with Greg and Mike. This is in real life. This is not a simulation. As we know it, and we are definitely not NPCs. Because one thing I do know, we definitely do not glitch at all.
No.
Dude, you guys fucking keep saying, what's up with the glitching is so funny. You glitch. What you're talking about with all your fucking glitching?
Normally if you see people as beautiful as me and you think that can't be natural.
I know. And
but it is.
They're still trying to comprehend the dynamic, complex nuances of our angelic singing voices. It's okay.
Right.
Your brains and ears will acclimate. But welcome. I am your host, that guy named Mike, and to my right hand man, my hetero life mate, the silent Bob to my J, the Robin to my Batman. It's that other guy named
Greg.
He's Greg! And we don't have any sponsors for the show.
Yes.
We normally would be like, hey, this show is not sponsored to you by. Then I would open the tasty beverage and then be like, hey, it's Coors Light. And then I would say, well, just like Bud Light, if I drink it, it still won't make me gay.
Right. And then I would open up a soda that's like coconut and clams soda.
And then he's like, penis sounds pretty good right about now.
Yeah, I hate myself.
I hate myself. All right, so if the show was sponsored, it would be sponsored by this fucking Walmart Carolina Reaper sauce that was literally $1.50. I don't know if I can see it on it. It was $1.50. How do I not buy it?
Exactly.
It's like 800,000 Scoville units for $1.50. I'm gonna burn my mouth.
You're welcome, Walmart.
Yeah.
Where's your check?
Hey, Russell Wilson got a little bit of that, and he's now in Pittsburgh.
He's in Pittsburgh now. We don't need to talk football too much.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that? Obviously, I'm a Seahawks fan. He's a 49er fan. And, I don't think either one of us 2 years ago could have predicted what actually went down in Denver.
No.
2 years ago, a week ago, Denver fans, one of my favorite dudes on the internet, Brandon Perna with That's Good Sports, was running around his house. He's like, we just signed Russell Wilson. And then ESPN and NFL channel was just like, yep, Denver's going to the Super Bowl. They're going to the Super Bowl. It's fun. It's for sure. It's going to happen. And then,
and then they didn't even trade him. They just cut him.
I know. They're like, we will pay you $37 million to go away.
How much can you hate a guy if you're paying him $37 million not to play for you?
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sad, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sad.
But it's pretty funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? He's probably going to go to Pittsburgh and just take the fucking AFC to fucking school, dude. And be like, what? Mike Tomlin, I guess, was the guy. I don't know. I just think that there's some weird irony that's going to happen where Denver's going to be like, what is it about us? It's like, dude. We had Brock Osweiler. What was it? Brock Osweiler. Yeah, that fucking dude.
Oh, that guy was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, and then they have fucking Tim Tebow and Drew Lock, and they had all that, and then they're like, no, god damn it, Russell Wilson's the one.
Wilson is the one. And
yeah. So Teddy
Bridgewater
also another quarterback that failed there, didn't he, for a while?
Probably.
He was like somebody's backup, and then to start, it was like, no, he sucks too.
Yeah.
Shit, god damn it, Teddy Bridgewater. I could be wrong.
I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl because we lost to the Taylor Swifts.
I still think that's so fucking stupid. What is it with Oh, dude.
You know what was funny about that? It's
Conservatives that like the 49ers were just like, this is rigged for Biden. I'm like, what the fuck are you what?
You know what else I liked about that is Kelsey was screaming at Andy Reid, and like people the next day were going, we're concerned for Taylor Swift. Okay.
You know what?
Okay, never played sports.
I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift's not going to ignore throwing the ball to him in the sack since he's going to be the only receiver open. Oh. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for welcoming us back, viewers.
Yes.
We had been gone for a while.
We've been gone for a while. We were up to 12 countries, and we are now down to 0 countries.
No, we're down to 2.
We're down to 2.
Canada and America.
Well, we're probably going to lose Canada.
Like, we don't even have your daughters now, because since I've been doing solo videos, none of your people watch that shit. I'm like, well, I guess Greg's not in the video. Next time I'll just show pictures of you and then just have a still picture of you and just do like bubbles shit. You're
okay.
Like, yeah. Or I'll just pre-record you being like,
nice.
Just over and over again. I'll just buy 5 of these and just be like, inappropriate and weird. And I'll just have a myriad of like Gregisms.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's plenty of room on the bandwagon to jump back on, and we welcome everybody back.
Yes. So to get this brand new iteration of our show, was it a 3.4.0 now or something like that?
Well, the first one never existed in the first. Never
existed.
And then we had
a ghost one,
and then we had like the second one, and then we had one on YouTube that was ended not great, and so here we are
5
again.
episodes.
So yeah,
it only took us like 3 fucking short, shitty episodes to do episode 5.
You know, I never watched the third one.
That a lot of people haven't.
No, like the whole world hasn't. And don't watch it now. You're here now with us. This is show number 1A1.
Sure, of season 3, the fourth, the first one never existed.
The other 3 were like strike shortened seasons.
Yes.
So now we've got the A lineup back and ready to go.
All right. So for those of you who have never really watched our show before, or if those of you who watched a few and then didn't really pay attention to the earlier iterations of the show, one of our favorite segments, and that light just went out. Awesome sauce.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you unplugged something with your foot.
Oh,
technical difficulties. There we go. And we're back. All right.
There we go.
Nothing like technical production problems. First episode back. All right.
Wade and Garth ain't got
Greg is in the building.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Enough of that. Anyway, so our first segment is going to be one of my favorite segments from all the different iterations. It's literally the first segment we ever had. Because the first podcast was basically like grosser than gross kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And this was perfect for that because it allowed me and Greg to dig deep into the sick pools of our minds and come out with stuff that most people wouldn't even think of.
Right. And we basically got kicked off the air for being too profane.
And of a sexual nature.
Yes.
Yeah. So
wonderful.
All right.
So what do we got?
So the first segment is Guess That Scenario.
Guess That Scenario.
Give me a Y, give me an E, give me an S. Yeah!
High tech.
Yes.
High tech production here.
And he loves how long that takes to stop doing that.
It gets longer every time.
It does. That's what she said. But anyway, maybe not. I don't know. Cialis.
Not anymore.
Come on, sponsor us, Cialis. Anyway, so Greg actually has the Guess That Scenario. So we're going to do a brand new twist on our Guess That Scenario. And for every question or every answer I get wrong, Greg is going to take one of these chicken gizzards here and put it in this ramekin. God, that's enormous. Put it in this ramekin here.
Yeah.
And he's going to
I get to put the
You get to put the hot sauce on it.
Okay.
So people aren't like, Mike, well, see, that's the last one.
Oh.
That's the one.
Are we doing this one or
it goes?
What are we doing?
It goes this one first.
This one first.
This one second, and then that one last.
Okay.
This one has like
this one.
This one has capsaicin oil in it. So how they burn for a long time.
Sounds good.
So Gregor, take it over with guess that scenario.
Okay, so when we were doing the podcast previous to this one, we had listeners from 12 different countries, including Canada. So I did like a whole thing about Canada, our great neighbors to the north. So here we go. So there's a sea on the border of Washington and Canada called the Sailish Sea.
Sailish Sea.
Yeah, and I was worried that you would know something about this, but you
don't. I do not know.
Okay.
The Sailish Sea, never heard of it.
So it's famous for one specific thing. It's famous for things that kept washing up on the shore. So what I'm going to do is go through the different items that have washed up on the shore, and you have to pick which one it was.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, did these items wash up on the shore? Rubber duckies with Canadian flags on them. This is over the course of about 15 years. Okay. These same items would.
I think I've heard of that one before.
Okay.
Because Washington does their own rubber ducky thing.
Okay.
And like Lake Washington.
Okay.
So that's not.
So rubber duckies
far-fetched.
that were have the Canadian flag on them.
Okay.
Okay. Denim jackets, otherwise known as Canadian tuxedos.
What?
Yeah, denim jackets washing up on the shore.
But they don't sink? Well,
No.
apparently not.
No.
If they're washing up on shore, they got like buttons on them in general.
Burlap bags filled with moose testicles.
That's got to be Mind of Ill Repute.
That might be the Mind of Ill Repute,
Mind of Ill Repute.
which is the nickname of my brain. And
Yes.
yeah, and his brain is Hellscape.
The Hellscape.
Yeah, and that'll come out in future episodes. Or human feet washing up on shore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually one of those. One of those.
It's not multiple. It's just one of those.
It's one of those. So you've got a burlap bag of moose testicles, rubber duckies with Canadian flags on them, denim jackets, or human feet. So which one is it going to be?
It's got to be the rubber duckies, man.
No. So do I get to make you eat this now?
Yep.
Nice.
All right. So that one is the Naga Jolakakia pepper. I hope I said that right. Naga pepper. It's like a African ghost pepper, man.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
All right. Son of a bitch.
There you go.
Bitch. Oh, I must have paused it.
Oh, it's
No, you can do that.
Oh.
Mute it. Paused it. I paused it. Oh, it's unpaused. All right, here. Son of a bitch. Oh, you put that much on there. I'll live. Nothing like cold, stale Gizzards.
So there's a little background here with the hot sauces. When we both didn't work for Amazon back in the day, are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A little warm.
So when we both didn't work for Amazon, I was challenged.
5 out of 5 flames.
Nice. I was challenged to eat a gummy bear that was 9 million Scoville units.
Mm-hmm.
And just for kind of a point of reference, a jalapeno pepper is 2,000. So this was 9 million. And I had some kind of a weird reaction to it where I actually had ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, you almost died that day.
Yeah, I almost died. Like, eating a hot thing.
It's
So-
on my TikTok still.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so now you're down to denim jackets, a burlap bags of moose testicles, or human feet.
The burlap bag of testicles just sounds like you.
Are you on fire? Are you in fuego right now?
I'm getting there, yeah.
Yeah.
How
How about if you
I'm
get
gonna
it?
say
If you get it right, then I'll have to eat the hot sauce. Okay.
I'm gonna say, God, this sounds really fucked up. This is a hellscape. Bags of feet. Yes. Eat up, bitch.
23 human feet have washed up on the shore of the Sailish Sea in like the last 15 years. Nobody knows why.
What the
Nobody knows where they
fuck,
came
dude?
from. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Isn't like the Russian mob like really, really prevalent up there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Canada?
So now which one?
A?
Canadian.
Oh, you can just have the same one as me.
Okay. Do I need a?
So yeah,
I need a thing.
no scorpion cells.
Give me a gizzard.
Give me an A. A.
Here, you put it on. And be nice.
Na, 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 na. We don't want no heart palpitations up her. Here we go. Oh
Okay.
shit! Got it on the table. Well, that was smart. Oh yeah, and I got something to tell the viewers. I know. Ooh, I shouldn't have licked that off the table. We actually really do like hot sauce. I love hot sauce. So much so that we now have, this would be our second batch, but it's our first official batch. No, we did our first official batch we did on the Spotify one, because remember Melissa won a bottle.
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't believe she still has tried it because she doesn't like hot sauce. So she's got this amazingly beautiful bottle of hot sauce.
Shout out to Melissa, one of our original
OG listeners.
from the very beginning.
And but yeah, we got our own hot sauce called Greg and Mike's Heavenly Hellfire Sauce, and it's got carrots and garlic and parsnip and onion and all sorts of good shit in it. So not only is it hot, but it tastes really, really, really good. It's got a very good flavor profile. I like it very much. And hopefully here, it's going to take a couple weeks to ferment, and then I got to process it and bottle it up and everything. So maybe in like maybe 3-4 weeks, we'll actually have some sauce. And when we do have the sauce, we will ask specific questions and we'll not tell the answers. And you guys have to DM us and tell us the answer. And everybody that gets an answer right could potentially win a bottle of that sauce. And we'll get it to you.
And it's legit too.
Good stuff. Habaneros and Fresno red chili peppers are what's in it.
And we're kicking around an idea for another form of punishment for Guess That Scenario that will probably break out in a week or two. That one's gonna that one's gonna be that one's gonna be interesting though. Yeah. So anyway, we can also do based on our neighbors to the north. I also have a top 8 of weird laws that are on the books in Canada.
Okay,
so
let's do it.
And this we started this out. We did like the weird laws in different states. Like in Kentucky, you can't have you can't dye more than 6 ducks blue or something like that.
Yeah,
because we always figured it was like some old guy going, there ought to be a law.
Or like in Washington, it's illegal to bully Bigfoot here or harass Bigfoot.
That's right.
It's actually a law, which means the state is acknowledging that Bigfoot is a thing because there's no law that's like, hey, stop picking on leprechauns.
Right.
Stop making fun of fairies.
So I'm going to give you the highlights of the top laws in Canada. No whistling in Petrolia, Ontario. No whistling. And I bet you it's like some old guy sitting on his porch and some kids were walking by and he was like, stop that whistling. There ought to be a law.
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, I
literally saw a TikTok yesterday and it was Crazy Karen at Park. And this guy is literally just filming this lady freaking out on this other lady because their kids are they're playing and squealing and happy. They're having fun.
Nice.
And this lady's like, look, I can squeal too. And this guy's like, lady, what is wrong with you? Like, they're just little kids having fun. And she just couldn't have it, man. She's like, it's supposed to be a place for peace. And it's like, it's outside. It's a park. Parks are made for children. That's why there's toys here. That's why there's swings here. You know what parks aren't made for? Old ladies throwing temper tantrums.
No.
Like, God, dude.
That's hilarious. No spitting on the sidewalk in Canada.
Fucking Canada.
That was a law. That was how that guy in Singapore, like 30 years ago, remember he got caned
Yeah,
like 6 times
right.
because he spit on the sidewalk?
Yeah. Even though you go to other places in China, people just shit on the side of the road.
Or San Francisco.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they get in San Francisco. You got to be careful for the hypodermic needles that are on the sidewalk too.
Yeah.
So.
Or up here in Washington, just downtown Seattle.
Right.
Just shit, hypodermic needles.
The gum wall. When we went to a Mariners game together, and Mike had to show me the gum wall because he wanted me to feel at home because it smells like hobo urine. The gum wall. So I felt like I was home in San Francisco.
Yeah. Like, hey, imagine like 100 years ago, guys that came off fishing boats could get whores here. And now people stick gum on walls. That's cool.
Yeah.
History of Seattle. Gotta love it.
No crime-fighting comic books in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
So their comic books are just like
Jughead and Archie or whatever.
What the fuck?
No crime-fighting comic
It's
books.
like Degrassi, the sitcom, just cartoon style and a picture book.
Degrassi. No feeding pigeons in Victoria, British Columbia.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. And I'm gonna shorten the list and go to the main one. In Kanata, Ontario, it is illegal to have a purple garage door. Way to go, Canada. There you
I
go.
bet you they got blue roofs up there, though.
What was that again? The blue roof thing?
The Jewish space lasers. The Jewish space lasers can't burn
like
blue roofs.
The whole like Maui.
Yeah, remember the video? The guy's
thing?
like painting his roof, and he's like, "Not today, Biden."
Yeah.
Fucking love that shit.
Did you happen to see Marjorie Taylor Greene at the State of the Union?
Yeah.
And what was up with that fucking response to the State of the Union? Let's not get political, I guess.
No, but like. That was like, okay, so you're trying out for the backup role in the fucking high school play and failed miserably.
Yeah.
That was the worst acting job. Is that convincing?
I'm worried for the children of this country.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's why.
I walked in, like I turned the chair. I didn't even know the State of the Union address was on.
Yeah, me neither.
And then
I was like, oh, Joe Biden's talking. And, this ought to be good.
We were watching some, me and my blushing bride were watching like Masked Singer or like something really important. Yeah. And then I flipped the channel and it showed her. I'm like, where the fuck did they find this person?
I don't know. Dude.
She's a senator. Like I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Dude.
Way to go, Republican Party. Way to come with your A game on that one.
Dude, she's a fucking asshat.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my Canadian stuff.
All right, so I don't know if you remember this one, but this one is called the Mad Pooper.
The Mad
Pooper. So in Colorado, a neighborhood, so a woman, people are like catching this on their ring cams. So people keep catching this woman. She comes around and she's basically jogging around the neighborhood and just like stops and like poops like in people's bushes, in their flower beds, in their lawn, and like basically like cleans herself and like it just keeps on running. And like this has been going on for weeks, dude. So they call the cops. The cops finally come out. They finally find the woman, and they've been given all these videos, so they know this is her.
Wow.
And the explanation is, oh my God, I can't even fucking make this up, dude. Shirley, her name's Shirley, had just recently gone under gender reassignment surgery.
Surely she can be serious.
Definitely. And so the meds that she was taking, along with like, so you got like pain meds, hormones, all these other things all coupled together, right?
Right.
coupled along with, this is an old story, so I forgot. A recent brain injury, so she got a fucking concussion.
No, really?
Basically, rendering Shirley to have to go wherever it occurred to her.
Wow.
And this is the crazy thing. She fucking got off.
Did she really?
She got off, man.
Oh
The
my
judge was
God.
just like, it's a medical condition. So here's the kicker. She got up. One of the charges was indecent exposure because one of the times she shit in someone's yard while their kids were outside playing, and they caught it, dude.
Wow.
Surely she didn't do that.
Oh my God.
Surely she did.
Surely she did. That's hilarious.
So that's my, what the fuck? News story of the day.
That actually brings it. Well, if we're going to go with that story, I can tell the chocolate waterfall story.
Oh, no. I actually have. Okay, so we have a segment. It's called Because Florida.
Because Florida. Florida Man.
Florida Man. Basically, that's our version of Florida Man, is
Right.
Because Florida.
Because
right?
Florida.
And I was going to do a song, but we'll do it next time.
Okay.
It's very similar to the intro song. It's the same exact chords. The words are different. But anyway, we'll do it next time. So, one of the things I have been tirelessly looking for this subject matter since we started the podcast, and I knew this was a thing. So, Greg is fucking determined to find a story about a meth gator.
Meth gators, yes.
So, I didn't find a fucking story about a meth gator, but I found one about the next best thing. Cocaine gator.
Oh, yes.
So, this is our first time doing it in this format where we're actually going to show the TikTok
Okay.
as we watch it. Because
Okay.
I'll just put it in later like I've been doing on the other shit.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, this is a comedian telling a story about a fucking party he went to. And this is what happens.
Welcome to my party. My name is Sparks. I said, well, thank you for having me, Sparks.
Oops.
I go in. I'm hanging out with the guys on the team. We're drinking and smoking. Sparks is right there, drinking and smoking with us. Then he disappears downstairs. A few minutes later, he comes back up, drinking and smoking, disappears downstairs again. Now, I don't know what's going on down there. I can hear some voices. I only assume it's like buddies of his, local guys. They've been there a while. They're not mixing with us. We're not mixing with them. But Sparks is going back and forth.
Oh, this is part one.
About the fifth time Sparks comes up the stairs, he's got cocaine all over his face. And I'm just like, oh, I got it. You're up here drinking and smoking with us. You're down there doing cocaine with them. You're being a great host.
Great host.
So, I don't know if you've ever hung out with someone that's done way too much cocaine at one time, but Sparks has to my party.
All right, I'm going to stop it and then play this other one because that was the wrong one.
Okay.
Microphone right now. And Guns N' Roses was big at the time. I say that because Sparks busted out his best Axl Rose and starts dancing with this alligator. Cocaine.
So
Cocaine.
Sparks has cocaine all over his face.
Kisses
He's now
his
dancing with his pet
This is what
alligator.
I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. And then he kisses it again. And you know that little shady side eye that alligators have? That little eye they have? You know? That alligator's looking out at all of us like, is this motherfucker serious? And then he kissed it a third time. And that alligator said, snap. And I was like, oh, yes, yes. Woo, that's what I'm talking about right here. This is why I don't leave when people do drugs. Now I'm at a house party and this guy's got an alligator on his face. Do you know how pissed off I would have been if I left and someone called me the next day and said, you're not going to believe what happened? Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too if I fucking
Guns
let
N'
that
Roses.
happen.
Yeah, no kidding.
So there we are, my friend. No meth gator,
That's a
but a
close
cocaine
second.
gator.
Cocaine gator.
Yeah,
There will be a meth gator story.
there will be. It's
on this
Florida.
podcast before. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's already been multiple meth gator
there's
stories.
gotta be.
Nobody's been caught yet.
There has to be.
Yes, it's fucking Florida. It's on their flag. I'm pretty
Right.
sure.
A meth gator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just hidden in there somewhere.
You know what's as awesome as meth gators?
Huh?
Rainbow monkeys.
Rainbow. Yep. Faux show. And if you guys don't know what that is, you should Google it.
That's right.
All right. So my last segment is
Okay.
motherfuckers say what?
Okay.
News. All right. And this one is a little bit shocking. There's actually two. This first one is really, really short, and it's going to piss you off. And only because since all the politicization of fucking COVID and vaccines, that this has now become a huge controversy.
Okay.
But apparently in Tennessee, there is a state senator that's pushing a bill to ban the sale of lettuce that has vaccines basically infused in it. They're figuring out how to add vaccines into growing vegetables.
Wow.
So this whole controversy is because this senator had a constituent email him that said, hey man, I used to work for UCLA. I believe it was UCLA. And he was a geneticist, right? So he was working in the genetics department. And he's like, they basically figured out how to do this. And they're probably going to start implementing this into our agricultural programs. So this dude's literally preemptively trying to pass a law that says all stores that sell any kind of agro food or anything like from like these big corporate entities, you have to label whether or not your vegetables have vaccines in them and what kind of vaccines there are. Yada, 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 right?
Right.
But then I'm thinking like, well, this is almost like the GMO scare. Everybody's, oh, GMOs are so bad. GMOs are horrible. They're putting cancer shit in GMO. No, dude, they're putting cancer-fighting agents in GMOs. They're trying to fucking put shit that doesn't make you sick in GMOs. They're almost like they're preemptively trying to put the medicine in this fucking food to help fix you from getting sick from eating the other foods that aren't GMO. So the more science you fucking do, the more you realize this is not nefarious. This is people actually trying to fucking save lives.
Yeah, trying to help.
And these conspiracy theory fucking nuts are just like, this is how they're going to control you. Guess what? These fucking idiots eat the same lettuce. What they're saying is, hey, if we can put it in the food, you don't have to go pay to get a shot. So we're kind of saving you money, and we're like eliminating this whole industry of vaccines where we don't have to worry about going to Rite Aid and Walgreens and paying $29.99 a year for your flu vaccine because your flu vaccine's in your fucking tomato.
So they're not okay with the vaccines, but they're okay with all the pesticides.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally.
Well, I mean, if you put like the name vaccine, if you use the name vaccine, that means that there has to be like little tiny micro computers that are going to go in your system and you're going to, in 20 years, you're going to be controlled by the government.
Yeah, and these people are pre-assuming that this is the same kind of what the gene therapy kind of vaccine,
Right.
the COVID.
Right.
They're like, no, that's not even the same technology that they're using. So it's not like they're putting the COVID vaccine in your lettuce. That's God. But anyway, here's the other one, and it comes with a picture, and I'll show the picture. So
Show the picture here or here.
no,
Or
definitely
there.
nowhere.
There.
I'm not putting anything where he points except a disappointed picture of his face again. So I just saw this the other day, and apparently this is an old Forbes article, and it's the Doomsday Map. And geologists said if there's ever like a water world type scenario where the climate gets out of control.
Did you know that I'm the one person that liked that movie?
What?
Water
World? I
Yeah.
bought it.
Oh,
So I
love
liked
that.
it.
like
I
that
watched it
movie.
like 10 times and then realized, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I could be outside. But anyway, they put out this supposedly accurate picture of all these experts came together and like, this is what we think America will look like if this happens. And here's the picture. So you can obviously see by the picture here, we're fucked.
Oh,
Or we
are
got
so
fucking
fucked.
oceanfront property.
Oh, we're right on the water.
We're right on the edge, bro. Look at that
Yeah.
shit. Or we're just under the water. whichever. Anyway, half of Washington's gone. So we're fucked up here. And then this is the stupidest part. Okay, so a fifth of the Rocky Mountains is gone, but Florida survives. How in the fuck? I'm calling some bullshit. And Atlantis pops up from under the ocean. That is the continental shelf, man. That is thousands of feet under the water. How the fuck does that come up?
How is Florida not underwater, too?
Thank you. How does Florida survive a giant flood, but a third or a fifth of the Rockies is gone?
Well, apparently meth is buoyant.
Dude.
Meth must float.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally checks out.
So good thing that America's penis is still okay.
Yeah. And how is it that all of California just becomes a strip of islands, but Texas is basically unscathed? I mean, Louisiana being gone, that checks out.
So these are scientists.
These are scientists.
Right.
They're like, yes, okay, so this elevation of 5,000 feet, definitely not going to survive. But Florida!
So the entire state of Utah is underwater.
Yeah.
And I know like Salt Lake City is like 4,000, over 4,000 foot elevated.
A third of Colorado was gone. Mile High, Colorado.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers say what? That's why it's in my motherfuckers say what.
You know we
section.
need to fix that. A Sharpie.
Yeah. So here's the terrifying
We need a
part.
Sharpie to circle things around like
yeah. We should extend the shore out this way.
Bigly.
Frankly. That checks out.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so this is the worst part. Guess what the worst part is?
What?
So Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and Ted Turner and a handful of other billionaires in the United States. Guess who's buying up all the property in all of those states that supposedly survive?
No kidding.
Yeah, they're buying it up alongside. Remember I was talking about Bezos was buying up all these giant fucking mansion communities?
Yeah, you were saying like in Chicago and shit.
Guess where all that is?
Wow.
Yeah.
So they obviously know something we don't know. So this doomsday scenario, is this after a giant earthquake or a nuclear bomb or like what does this represent the aftermath of?
I don't know. We're not members of the Council on Foreign Relations and shit, so we don't know. We're not a part of the Trilateral Commission. All those real things that everybody thought were conspiracy theories 40 years ago, and then come to find out, no, they're real things.
No, they're true.
That's how we determine foreign policy. Wow. It's not like Joe Biden sits in his fucking bed at home and he's like, babe, what do you think I should do about North Korea? That's not how it works, man. There's fucking giant committees and subcommittees that committee that committee, and then this committee that makes sure that there's ethics going on in these other committees, and then they all just have giant orgies at the Bohemian Grove, and then we all live happily ever after.
Let me tell you something, Jack. That's not how we did it in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
What about Branson?
Maybe
in Branson?
Yeah.
Okay. Branson, isn't it like the
isn't that Missouri?
The Vegas of the Midwest or the Southwest?
Branson, Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that where Walmart is based?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, see, it's all coming around.
Branson, it's like really, really popular for like 3 weeks out of the year or some shit. Wow. I don't even know why. I just random factotum.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, I think that's been plenty of show for this episode. Don't want to get our episodes too long because things happen.
Yeah.
Like shit stops recording.
So we're back. So we are better than ever, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
And we have tiny microphones.
We have tiny microphones.
With tiny microphones.
Yeah.
He has a Gregrophone. I have a microphone. Yes.
Right.
Exactly. I've been waiting to use these buttons. We didn't use them for a long time. They just sat there and we would do whole episodes and be like, fuck, we didn't hit any buttons, not once.
You mean back when we were in our original studio?
Yes, the original studio.
The
Greg's
Ford
office.
Focus?
Oh, Ford Focus. No,
wait, what kind of car do you have?
Kia Forte.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Hello, Kia Forte is the Ford Focus of Korea.
Okay.
Just like the Hyundai Sonata. Hello. It's not like the Hyundai Sonata and the Ford Kia Forte are the same car because they basically are.
Well, that
I'm
was
pretty
like
sure
the-
their factories are just side by side. And
Right.
it's just like they pump out the same car and they just put this emblem on this one and this emblem on that one.
And that'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
And until next time, keep it strange, y'all.
Keep it inappropriate and weird.
Peace.
And like always, here is your awkward TikTok moment of the day. Peace.